And how many in here have had problems with their back at any point in their life? And do you know what causes backache? Any suggestions? Tight hamstring?
Injury?
Injury?
Bad posture.
Bad posture? Know of any ways to improve fix the problem, basically, prevent backache or solve it once you get it?
Yoga.
Yoga?
Get rid of the tight hamstring.
I love sitting on an exercise ball, chair, whatever.
Good. Well, what I'm going to talk about is something. Well, I'm trained as a musician, and musicians use their bodies, and so I've gone through a lot of things where you find ways to use your body the best. And one of the things I'm going to talk about tonight is called the Alexander technique. Anyone heard of Alexander technique? Okay. Yeah, you know it too. Matthias Alexander, he was an actor, Australian actor about 100 years ago. And he did Shakespeare. That was his specialty, what he liked to do. And he noticed when he was doing his Shakespeare that at some point his speech got in the way. He got worse and worse. The more he worked, the worse it got. So being the kind of person he was, he decided I'm going to find out what the problem is, see if there's something I do with my body or something like that. And so he put up a room of mirrors to see it from himself from all angles, took up his clothes, actually you can see as well. And he noticed that when he started talking, his Shakespeare thing, he tightened up his neck and his throat. And it got worse. The harder to fight, it worse. And he subsequently noticed that he had this habit whenever he spoke. So he went on this regiment of learning how to do that in a more natural way. It shouldn't be like that. So he studied animals and so forth. So the short story, I don't have time to go into details here, is that he learned that we develop habits, and the practice of Alexander technique, which came out of this, is to change your habits, relearn your habits in more appropriate ways so you use your body more effectively. And this can be done with, how to sit, how you balance your body, how you sit down and stand up, and how you walk. And actually, I remembered Alexander technique because I haven't really thought about it for years. That I was looking at YouTube, which I talked about earlier. And I was watching Monty Python sketches, and one of them is the Silly Walks. And anybody not seen it? Okay, you know how it goes. Well, apparently, John Cleese, he got this idea from Alexander technique lessons, where his teacher was telling him how to, don't bend your neck when you walk, keep your neck up straight when you walk. So he thought, this is kind of funny, so he started doing this kind of funny thing. So, because one of the things Alexander talked about is we develop habits through several different ways. And one is kids develop them by watching their environment, their parents and friends and so forth. The other one I'm going to talk about a couple examples about tonight is we can also develop them by internal thinking. And when I took my lessons, my teacher liked to tell stories from his past practice. And he said one day this woman knocks on his door for the first lesson, and it's a short guy, and this comes this tall woman with this rather big chest and sticking out like this. And he's taken over like that. And well, she has suffered back problems. So he worked with her, sitting down, walking, all these things. And through lessons, she started to relax her body, and her back was straighter. But every time she came back like this, taken aback by this. So he finally asked her, I'm noticing this happening. Do you know why this is? And she didn't say anything, but the next time she came, she was perfectly normal, and he was not overwhelmed or anything like that. Well, she told him that she realized where the problem came from. When she was 12 years old, her older sister, who was, I don't know how many years older, with a bra, reverse bra. And she wanted the bra too. Her mom said, "No, you have nothing there. You don't get the bra." So she tried to pretend to show off whatever she had, and she started to walk like this. And later on, she more than made up for what she didn't have before, but she still walked like that. So the lesson was that she, just by recognizing what caused the habit, she solved the problem. The other story was about a young fellow who came and sort of walked like this, and I don't know if his back was aching or not. But the same issue happened, and then he straightened him out through the lesson. He came back like this, and I don't think. And then he said the teacher said to him, "You know what's happening?" And he came back to the following lesson, and I don't think he had fixed the problem. But it turned out that he was so concerned by, I hope this is appropriate for Toastmasters. He was so concerned by the size of the thing he had between his legs. He was always trying to hide it. And he was so bad, apparently one female friend actually laughed at him at one point. But my teacher, he was getting frustrated because why had he have this hang-up? He was even suggesting, well, can't you at least put a sock in your pants for the time being while the practice is? So, I guess the lesson is I know these are outrageous examples, but these are the most examples I have. Don't blame me. Is that the way we hold ourselves, our body can be influenced by many things, including our own thinking. So, if you find that you don't know what to do yourself with your body when you're talking or anywhere else, you have backache, maybe there's something in the past that you're thinking that. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're down to number 3. And our third speaker tonight